Good morning, students. Today, I am continuing the lesson Rational Numbers, session 5. Yesterday, we learned how to verify the commutative property, associative property of addition and multiplication. Also, we learned about the distributive property of multiplication over addition and subtraction. Okay. Now, today's session, rational numbers, session 5. In this session, we are going to learn about the absolute value of a rational number. Absolute value of a rational number. Additive identity of rational numbers. Additive inverse of rational numbers. Division of rational numbers, and a rational number between two rational numbers. See, how to find a rational number or how to insert the required number of rational numbers between the given two rational numbers. So all these things today's session we are going to learn, right? Now, in the first one, the absolute value of a rational number. The absolute value of a rational number, nothing but its value of the rational number. That means the value of a rational number without sign. Without sign, that is called the absolute value of a rational number. Now, how to write that? How to write the absolute value of a rational number? For example, minus 3 by 4. See, to write the absolute value of this, we are writing a bar like this. So, when you write the rational number, negative rational number inside the two straight lines, then its value becomes 3 by 4. That means without sign, the absolute value of a rational number is nothing but the value of the rational number without sign. Without sign means it is always positive. Clear? The absolute value of a rational number is nothing but the value of the rational number without sign. Clear? So, this is how to express a rational number, absolute value of a rational number. If it is 3 by 4, then how to write the absolute value? The absolute value is 3 by 4 only. So, no need to write again the bars. That means two lines like this. So, when to write or when you are expecting a rational number's absolute value, that means if you want to remove the negative sign, you just put the absolute marks like this. Clear? So, this is the absolute value of a rational number. Clear? Now, here under this absolute value of a rational number, we come across two properties. What is that? That means here the addition of the absolute value or addition of a rational number. See this. The absolute value, sum of the absolute value of a rational number is always less than or equal, is less than or equal to the values of the rational number. So, see, absolute value, rational number, there are two properties are there. Okay, I am going to write that properties. Just see that the absolute value, the absolute value of the absolute value of the sum of two rational numbers. Two rational numbers is always less than or equal to the sum of the absolute values. Sum of the absolute values of the given numbers. Of the given numbers. So this is a one. This can be written like this: absolute value of x plus y is less than equal to absolute value of x plus absolute value of y. So this is a general statement. This is the one. The absolute value of the sum of two rational numbers is always less than or equal to the sum of the absolute values of the given numbers. This statement can be written like this. See here, absolute value of the sum of two numbers. Here x and y are two rational numbers. Here absolute value of x and absolute value of y. So sum of this is always greater than equal to this one. Okay. Now let us take some examples and verify whether this satisfy or not. Okay. Now I am going to take one example. 3 by 5 minus 4 by 15. Now let us verify this. I have taken the two rational numbers x and y. Here the absolute value of 3 by 5 is same. Absolute value of y is minus 4 by 15 becomes plus 4 by 15. Now according to this, let us verify x plus y is less than equal to absolute value of x plus absolute value of y. I am repeating, absolute value of a rational number is nothing but the value of the rational number itself without sign. Okay. Now let us take the left hand side. So absolute value of x plus y, that is equal to absolute value of 3 by 5 plus of minus 4 by 15. Now this is equal to absolute value of, so what is the LCM? 5 and 15. 15 divided by 5 completely. So 15 is the LCM. 5 divides 15 3 times. 3 3s are 9 minus 15 divides 15 1 time. 1 4s are 4. So here plus into minus minus 1 4s are 4. Clear? 15 divides 1 times. Now this is what? 5 by 15. This is nothing but 5 ones are 5 threes are. So absolute value if you are taking 1 by 3. So this is the absolute value of the sum. Sum of the absolute value of two rational number is 1 by 3. Now let us take the absolute value of x. Absolute value of x plus absolute value of y. So absolute value of x is 3 by 5 plus absolute value of 4 by 15. Now this is 3 by 5 as it is plus, so absolute value of minus 4 by 15 is plus 4 by 15. So recall, absolute value of a rational number is nothing but the positive value. Okay. Now what is the value of this? 15 is the LCM. Now 5 divides 15 3 times. 3 3s are 9 plus 15 divides 15 1 times. 1 4s are 4. This is what? 13 by 15. Now compare this. 1 by 3 and 13 by 15. Or you can take it this as 5 by 15. So what is the meaning of this? This rational number nothing but you are dividing a whole thing into 15 parts. Out of 15 parts we are taking 5 parts. That means 5 parts are given. But in this you are dividing the whole thing into 15 parts. Out of that you are taking 13 parts. Okay. So this is less than this. 13 by 15 is greater than 5 by 15. So this is the one verification of the absolute value of a rational number. This is the one property of absolute value. So what it says? Say the inverted comma, the sum of the absolute value of two rational number. Sum of the absolute value of two rational number is always less than or equal to the sum of the absolute values of the rational numbers. Clear? So this is a one property of a absolute value. Now the second property of this absolute value, second one, what it says, the absolute value of the product of two rational numbers. The absolute value of the product of two rational numbers is equal to the product of the given numbers. Okay. Now look at this. X is one rational number, y is another rational number. Product of this rational into x into y, its absolute value is always equal to the absolute values of the two rational numbers. Clear? So I will repeat, the absolute value of the product of two rational numbers, see, look at this, this is the product, is equal, product of two rational numbers is equal to the product of the given rational numbers. Clear? Now let us examine this also. So verify, let us verify this property also. Clear? Now let us take one example for this. X equals minus 2 by 3. I'm going to make this. X equals minus 2 by 3 and y equals minus 9 by 8. So taking these two rational numbers, let us verify the absolute value of x into y is equal to x into y. Now, LHS, let us take LHS, x into y. This is x into y is equal to minus 2 by 3 into minus 9 by 8. So, this is the absolute value. Now, the product is, see here, is any cancellation? You can do that. See, 2 ones are 2, 2 fours are 8, 3 ones are 3, 3 threes are 9. So, minus into minus is plus, 3 ones are 3, by 1 fours are 4. Okay, so absolute value is 3 by 4. This is a LHS. Now, take it x RHS into y. So first you write down the absolute value 2 by 3 absolute value into minus 9 by 8. Now absolute value of 2 by 3 is plus 2 by 3 into absolute value of 9 by 8 is plus 9 by 8. Now 3 ones are 3 threes are 2 ones are 2 fours are. Now left is what? 1 into 3 is 3 by 1 into 4 is 4. So look at this, 3 by 4 and 3 by 4. So the absolute value of the product of any two rational number is same as the product of the absolute values of two rational numbers. Clear? So here is 3 by 4 is equal to 3 by 4. So by this you can conclude that x into y is equal to x into y. So compare the first one. So what it says, the absolute values of the sum of two rational numbers. Sum of two rational numbers is x plus y is less than of mod x in plus y. Absolute values of this. Or second you can write it, the sum of the rational numbers is equal to x plus y. So totally we are writing this less than equal in a single one, x plus y absolute value is less than equal. So combining these two we are writing like this, x plus y. Clear? So this is the regarding the absolute value of the rational numbers. So I am repeating, the absolute value of a rational number is nothing but the value of the rational number without sign. Without sign means positive value. Okay. So for that we are using these lines. Clear? There are two properties. One is the sum of the absolute values of two rational numbers is always less than or equal to absolute sum of the absolute values of two rational numbers. And the second one, it says that the product of absolute values, the product of the absolute value of two rational number is always equal. See here, this is less than, maybe the sum is less than that side. It means LHS is less than the RHS, or LHS and RHS are equal, but in this case both are equal. Here, this is the absolute value of the rational numbers. Now, this is over. Now let us take additive identity and additive inverse. So what it says? Now take any rational number. Any rational number. Say I am taking 1 by 2. Any rational number. Here, what should add to this 1 by 2? What should add to 1 by 2 to get the same rational number? So you know that. So what should add? So you all learned this in your previous class, 6th and 7th standard. You all learned that the sum or 0 is added to any number. 0 is added to any number. The sum is the same number. Okay. So here half plus 0 is equal to half. Or you can take minus 3 by 4 plus 0. So what is this? Minus 3 by 4. So here this 0 is called the additive identity. So 0 is called additive identity. 0 is called additive identity of rational numbers. Say whole numbers also, integers also, 0 is the additive identity. For rational numbers also, 0 is called the additive identity. Clear? Now, based on this additive identity, now let us take the additive inverse. Additive inverse. That means now when a number you are taking a 1 by 2. Okay. Now what should add to this to get additive identity 0? What we should add to this given rational number to get the additive identity? So here this is minus 1 by 2. You know that plus 2 to this, if you add minus 2, you will get 0. Plus 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. So the number which is adding to the given one in order to obtain the additive identity. So both are called the inverse of one another. See, plus half inverse. Here this is additive inverse is minus 1 by 2. Similarly, plus half is called the additive inverse of minus 1 by 2. So if a rational number a for this inverse is minus a. If it is minus b, its inverse is plus b. In both the case, we obtain the additive identity. Clear? Additive identity and additive inverse. So here this is called additive inverse. So in exam for 1 mark question, write the additive inverse of minus 3 by 5. So what should be added to this minus 3 by 5 to get 0? So just change the sign. My minus becomes plus 3 by 5. So additive inverse of minus 3 by 5 is plus 3 by 5. Similarly, 7 by 9, additive inverse of 7 by 9 is minus 7 by 9. This is regarding the additive identity and additive inverse of the rational numbers. So, what is the additive identity? A number, when you add to given rational number, we should obtain the same rational number. Such number is called the identity. So here 0 is called the additive identity. And inverse, for any rational number, if it is positive rational number, then the same rational numbers with negative sign becomes the additive inverse of the given rational numbers. Okay, so when you add two additive inverse, you will get the additive identity. Clear? Understood? Now, then the next step. So this is a for 1 mark question. Now let us take one more example. 3 by 5. What is the additive inverse? So here first you check out this. Plus it becomes minus 3 by 5. Then plus 1 3 by 8. So then what is the additive inverse of this? This is minus 1 3 by 8. Minus 1 3 by 8. Similarly minus 7 by 9. Additive inverse is plus 7 by 9. So remember that to write the additive inverse of the given rational number, what you should change? You change the sign. That's all. Plus, if it is plus, then you change it into minus. Or if it is minus, change it to plus. Only one sign you should change. Clear? So this is a additive identity and additive inverse. Now, the fourth one, division of rational numbers. Now, division of rational numbers. So, we have learned addition, subtraction and multiplication. Now, division. So, how to divide a rational number? Division of rational numbers. Now, divide 2 by 3 by 3 by 5. Divide 2 by 3 by 3 by 5. You can write this like this. 2 by 3 is divided by 3 by 5. Now here the important thing is, see division sign. Look at the division sign, and what you can write is, you should write the here in this is called LHS and this is called RHS. Here in the division, the rational number which is on the LHS left hand side, it should be always in the numerator. That means you should write down that as numerator, and the left hand side you should write down that as denominator. So first you write down the division like this. So first this is LHS 2 by 3. Now this division sign, look at this division sign, make it like this, whole divided by, then the second one is 3 by 5. Are following? Now this is numerator and this is denominator. Now this is the first step. Okay, LHS you should write down that in the numerator, and RHS you should write down that in the denominator. Now next, what the important step is, you write down the numerator as it is, 2 by 3. You should write the numerator as it is. Then here this line is there, no? Division line. Remove that. When you remove that, you just make it into product. Division into product. Then here what the denominator rational number is there, you write down that in its reciprocal form, that is 5 by 3. 5 by 3. Now always the division of rational number, we should convert that into product. Division into product. Then look at this. Is there any cancellation? No, don't cancel 3 and 3. So just you write down this. 2 into 5 is 10 by 3 into 3 is 9. This is 10 by 9. When you divide 2 by 3 by 3 by 5, we will get 10 by 9. Clear? This is a division of rational numbers. Clear? What are the steps? Left hand side and right hand side. See, always y should be written on RHS, means right hand side. Then while writing this in the form of division, LHS in the numerator, RHS in the denominator. Clear? Now let us take one more example of division. Three by 4 divide 3 by 4 by minus 7 by 2. Minus 7 by 2. Okay, now look at this. In this, first write down this in the division form. 3 by 4 is dividing by minus 7 by 2. Now I am writing this 3 by 4 whole divided by minus 7 by 2. So here this can be done as 3 by 4 into, see, this division, make it into. As soon as you are changing the division into multiplication, here the denominator rational number, you should write it in its reciprocal form, that is 2 by minus 7. And remember that any rational number, negative sign should not be there. Okay, so that sign you should change it into numerator. So here cancellation is there. 2 ones are 2 twos are. Then 3 ones are 3. Here minus goes to numerator. So minus 3 ones are 3 whole divided by 7 twos are 14. So this is what? The division of rational numbers. So here there are two things you should learn, that how to write the division of rational numbers, LHS and RHS. See, by which rational number you are dividing the given rational number, that should be on the right hand side. Then second thing is, first you write out that in the fraction form. In that fraction form, here LHS on right hand side means numerator and RHS in the denominator. Then reciprocal. See, one more thing is reciprocal. So reciprocal of a rational number is nothing but changing numerator into denominator, interchanging of numerator and denominator. For example, 2 reciprocal of this. See, here nothing is 1. So every number, whole number or integers, you can express that into rational numbers, right? So according to that, 2 by 1, its reciprocal is 1 by 2, right? So vice versa, you can write like this or like this. So similarly, 3 by 11, its reciprocal is 11 by 3. So its reciprocal like this. Clear? So one is reciprocal concept, and another thing is denominator, there should not be negative sign. So change that into numerator. So soon after, here minus 7 by 2, when you change it into 2 by 7, then you can write it as a minus 2 by 7. So totally this is plus. When you divide minus, see here you know that plus divided by plus is equal to plus, minus divided by minus is plus, plus divided by minus is minus, minus divided by plus is equal to minus. This is the sign conversion. Clear? So this is the what? Division of rational numbers. So these are the four concepts. So I will take up these rational numbers between two rational numbers in the next session. Understood? So work out these things. I will give you the worksheet on this. Right?